Hello, my friends, and welcome to another Lispy episode. I apologize for taking such a long break from y'all, but it was really nice to be reading over my break, and now that spring semester has started, it's been a little bit crazy. So I'm excited to be here with you again, and I'm going to give you two book reviews over some books that I read over this break. So the first one I read, it was really cool to see this author do something that is not I don't want to say a kid's book, but like a YA style book. So this is Meg Cabot's No Offense. It is part of the Little Bridge Island series, and it's a really cute setting. It's based on an island off of Florida. It's kind of near the Florida Keys, and it's this really small town community on this island. So it's kind of a mystery packed with a love story. It's about a librarian, and she's a children's librarian who gets into not quite a scuffle, but she meets the town's sheriff and she doesn't have to, but she chooses to help him figure out what happened. So it starts with the children's librarian coming, and she is doing a program with her kids, and then somebody comes up to her and says, "Hey, there's a problem in the girls' restroom. Can you go check it out?" So she goes and she finds that somebody left, this is not a spoiler, it's in the first chapter of the book, somebody left a baby in a cardboard box on top of the toilet in a restroom stall in the library. And so, of course, she freaks out. She reports it to the sheriff, and they have to figure out not just why, but how this happened. And we come to find who and why and what and how. But along with the mystery is a really fun love story / romance between the sheriff and the librarian. And y'all know how bad I am with names because I already forgot them. But they butt heads so often, and they argue so often, and they go from like having like a makeout session to being like, no, this isn't gonna work because you're hard-headed, you don't listen, you have no way of understanding what I'm saying, you have no compassion, no empathy, and then they like, no, and then they come back together. Like, it's so cute. But it ends up being this really cool mystery about how it happened. And what I'm super excited about is that this series is, like I said, a series, but it's all the different townspeople, and it really reminded me of the Sarah Dessen stories and how it's kind of the same communities, and you just get to see different characters' views throughout the series. So that was a really good one. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I didn't think I would, and because I like when I read mysteries, I have to read the end first because it gives me anxiety to not know what was happening. But this one was so, I don't want to say gentle, but gentle. Like, there's no murder happening, but you know that there is something of importance happening. And so I didn't have to read the end first. It was easy to follow. There was no crazy plot twist. It was really good. And so if you are just trying to get into the mystery game, I'd say this is a great place to start. I also have the first book on hold, or the next book, sorry, no, first book, because her next book comes out this year, 2021. But the first book of the series I have on hold from the Austin Public Library, and I can't wait to read it. The next book I want to tell you about is a really cute book. I got a ton. I don't know why my family does this. I tell them Amazon gift cards, and they buy me Barnes & Noble gift cards. Either way, it's fine. I get a ton of Barnes & Noble gift cards for Christmas from my family, and I found a bunch of ebooks on sale through the Nook Books store. And this is one that was on sale that I thought would be just so much fun to read. So this is, spoiler alert, by Olivia Dade. And you can see from the cover kind of what it looks like. So we've got she called herself Fat, so it's okay. This is our fat main character and her prince. So our main characters both write fan fiction. And one of them knows that the other one is who they think they are. The other one has no idea. So the two main characters are actually best friends. They have kind of a relationship on their fanfic website, but one of them asks the other one out on Twitter and in a very public way, and the other one can't say no, obviously. And so one of them knows that the other person is their friend on their fanfic website, and the other one doesn't. I don't want to give you the more information because it's so good. And of course, there's a lot of fanfic revolving around the story, and it's so cool to read the different fanfics because there's excerpts from both characters' fanfics and like outside of the story's fanfic. So it's really cool. But one of the characters is a star in like, I want to call it this universe's Game of Thrones, but it's not quite Game of Thrones. It's more heavy on like gods and goddesses. And it's so fun because it's really, I love when authors create their own universes like thing. Kind of like when Rainbow Rowell did the Simon. Am I right? I don't know. The the Keep Calm series. I love that. I love when they do that. And so it was really cool to see that side. But they go to a con and they have to kind of figure out who each other are. And one of them, of course, finds out who the other one is. Sorry, my dog. And it's a little bit of a mess, but it's a great love story. And it was so fun to see fanfic in an adult way and in just a fun way. And like they talk about cosplay and how the real show is like crap compared to the books, and how the writers and the showrunners work, and how they kind of ruin what's happening, but how the actors from the show want to do more with themselves. So lots of different aspects, lots of different views and inputs on something that we all know and love. So both of those are adult. They're not YA, but I don't see why they couldn't be in like a high school library, because there wasn't anything. Oh, no, I lied. In both books, there are sex scenes. And yeah, maybe not. Just kidding. Sorry. But they are definitely adult. The sex scenes are not bad. The Meg Cabot sex scene is kind of like, but Olivia Dade's sex scene, borderline erotica, probably erotica. But both books were so good. I actually gave, spoiler alert, 4 stars, and no offense, 5 stars on Goodreads. And I only gave 4 stars to spoiler alert because some of the fanfic that gets thrown in there is like crap. But it didn't take away from the story at all. So I loved it. I hope y'all read it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Bye.